I cannot believe that it's a new month, but it is. Welcome to No Excuses. My name is Mary Fran, and this is my place to come talk about weight loss, life, fitness, putting everything together in my life to make me the most happy, fulfilled, and best version of me. That includes a 150-pound weight loss journey. So if you are new here, thank you for joining me. If you haven't already done so, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of that because I appreciate it. So it is March. I cannot believe that March is here, but I am so happy because that means that spring is right around the corner and I am so ready for spring. But the beginning of the month means that it is time to look back at the previous month and to look forward to the next month. So let's just dive right in. The first thing we're going to talk about is measurements. And this is something that I have totally struggled with for years. Taking my measurements is so difficult. I keep a tape handy, but I just don't get it done. So this year what I did is I went and when I created my calendar, I actually wrote all kinds of important things in. And in each month, I actually went ahead and put on the column of my calendar page the reminder. And this was perfect because you can see it is March 1st as I'm filming this and my measurements are already done. So I actually did my measurements, and while they weren't like the glowing inches gone, they didn't go up and they were hovering about the same, and one or two things went down, but I'm happy with it, and it is consistency, and that makes me happy. So that's not really a goal, but it is something that I actually am proud that I did and that I'm happy I'm doing because you do need to have more than one measurement. The next thing we're going to talk about is the 2021 Mile Challenge. So in case you don't know, this is a challenge that I set for myself to propel myself 2,021 miles in the year 2021. And it can be through biking, it can be through running, it can be through swimming, any way that possible. And I actually have averaged that out and I try to focus on one day at a time. And that's about between 5.5 to 6 miles a day. February was a shorter month, so I did have to kind of go up a little bit in my mileage to make sure that I reached my goal. And I did not let up. Every day I was on the exercise bike and I actually got my minimum miles on the exercise bike each day. Now we do walk after work and we didn't do much hiking, so I didn't get a lot above my miles. But even with that, with our walks after work and with everything that I'm doing, I ended up the month with 56.21 miles over what I needed. I am over the moon happy because I am just killing this challenge and I'm not letting up. Every day I'm riding because I know that if I don't ride one day, it is going to give me permission to not ride another day. Oh, well, I skipped that other day and it didn't go bad. And as soon as I give myself permission to do that, it's all downhill from there. And I will say that on the last day of February, I got on the bike. It was super early and I was just not feeling it. I just was so tired. So I did 20 minutes. I did 4.5 miles and I called it quits. I'm like, you know what? My body is telling me to stop. I need to stop. So I did not get the full mileage that day, but I was well over my miles, so I was okay. And I still got on the bike for the consistency. So I am super happy with that. March is more of the same. I'm going to continue focusing on getting my miles each and every day. And I would love to end the month with another 50 miles over. So I do have a little secret goal also. And that goal is that I would like to end the month of March with enough miles in the bank that I would be one complete month ahead. I like having the time in the bank in case something happens, but it would be kind of nice to end this early and be like, yeah, I did it with a month to spare, with a 2 months to spare, whatever. So that is my secret goal for month. Now, shh, don't tell anybody. So this journey is not all about weight. And I actually have a financial goal. I have a big dollar amount that I would like to have saved in my savings account by the end of the year. And I have broken it down to how much I need to have each month. And got that no problem. And in fact, I actually won about $300 over what I needed. So I am hot on the trail of my financial goals also. And how I'm staying on target with that and not spending is I'm keeping my goal first and foremost in my mind. We actually are hoping to move and realistically hoping to buy a house next year. So every penny I save is a penny toward our house and our goals. So I'm hot on the trail and I cannot wait. So let's talk about some NSVs for the month. And in case you don't know, NSVs are non-scale victories. And I am going to say 100% the bike riding is a huge non-scale victory. I actually have been more consistent with this bike riding than I have been with anything in my entire life. This is 2 months that I rode that exercise bike every day. Huge NSV. Huge, huge, huge. And what can I say? I'm proud of myself. Another NSV that I had is one that it's not a total victory, but I am very proud of it. I had a super stressful month. There was stuff happening in my life. There was stuff happening with work. And I wanted to run to the kitchen. And I'm not going to say that I did not cave into the stress. I actually caved in last night by accident. It was just getting to me. And I'm not going to say that I was perfect. But while I did have my little slip-ups, they were that little slip-ups. I picked myself up each day and I did not continue on. So I am going to count that as an NSV, that my emotional eating was very limited. I did cave and eat emotionally, but it did not stretch into a day of eating emotionally, a year of eating emotionally, or even a week. So that's a huge NSV also. So my weight. How did I do with my weight? And I do have a goal of 1 pound a week to get to my end of the year goal. And I did have some weeks built into it that I could have some not losses. This month I lost a whole whopping 1.6 pounds. Not exactly what I wanted. It could have been worse. It could have been a gain. Could have been a maintain. I did lose weight this month, so I'm going to say, hey, go me. But there's a lot of room for improvement. I want to reach my goal to be under 200 pounds by the new year. And that puts me at 1 pound a week. And I'm getting dangerously close to having to start losing more than 1 pound each week. And I know I can do it. I need to focus on what is important. I need to focus on my determination. And, in case you didn't remember, I got engaged recently and we are starting to talk about a wedding date. Now, don't expect any kind of huge wedding. We're going to probably do something very, very small. And that's okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, do I really want to be a fat bride or do I want to be thinner? So I've kind of got that determination going with me right now. I also want to just be healthy so that I can enjoy the rest of my life with Jason. So I have the determination. I have the drive. I just need to actually put it into action consistently. Consistency is my issue. So for March, I have a lot of the same goals. I still have my financial goal. I have that set amount of money that I want to put into the bank. That is not changing. I still have that bare minimum of 6 miles each day that I want to obtain. And I still have that secret goal of having a month in the bank at the end of this month. I am aiming to lose 1 pound a week this month. I can do it. I've done it in the past. I know I can do it. I need the consistency. So that is another goal. And the biggest thing that I'm going to remind myself in March is that it is okay if I mess up. This is not perfection. This is a journey of a lifetime. If I mess up, pick myself back up and continue on. Same goes for you. No excuses. And this has been something that I have struggled. I set for myself to propel myself